Welcome to this LEX18 Digital Conversation. I'm Davidson. You know, good dental hygiene and care is one of the best ways to take care of our entire person. And there's a dental office here in Lexington that wants to make that possible for those who don't have insurance and not able to afford it. So joining me today is Dr. Beth Bailey. She is with Associated Dental and has more on their free dental day this weekend. Welcome.
Yes. Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Okay, so free dental care. This is kind of a huge undertaking, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. We are so excited to do it. It's the first time that we will be hosting a free dental day. What we're really aiming for is to really help those in need who don't have insurance or can't afford to get the dental care that they need. So we'll be offering free cleanings, extractions if you're in pain, and some free fillings.
Oh, wow. And I mean, those are some expensive kind of things, but really necessary for the
Yes,
general
ma'am.
health, isn't it? Now, is this based on age, or, you know, will you have them broken down into groups, or is it first come, first serve?
It's an excellent question. It's first come, first serve, and we're serving all ages. We love to see kids, and we also love the adults and the elderly. We really just want to reach out to the community and help the best that we can.
Well, you know, the dentist is not always the one that you want to go see, but it's important, and it can be fun, can it?
Yes, it can be. We try to make it lots of fun. We try to do painless dentistry as much as we can. I know we're always the bad guys, but we definitely want to help take care of those to prevent people from being in pain and things like that.
Well, how long have you been practicing?
I've been seeing patients for 4 years, but I've been at this office for almost 2.
Wow. What do you like so much about working with people and their dental needs?
I first and foremost love working with people in general. I'm a little bit of a social butterfly, so I love to talk and get to know new people and things like that. And I knew when growing up I wanted to help people.
Right.
And I love teeth, and a lot of people don't realize how important oral health care is to the overall body. So I really kind of drew me to it.
Because you can usually tell, or sometimes tell, if there's something that's going awry somewhere else in the body, too, can't you?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So there are a lot of things, such as measles, that we can catch in the mouth before it even affects the rest of the body, or any immune, like if anyone's immunocompromised, things like that. There are things that we're able to see in the mouth before it goes to the rest of the body.
Even oral cancer, and I
Yes.
know my grandmother, they were able to detect that she had a clot, like a blockage
Yes, yes.
in her throat, you know, when they were doing the
X-ray,
the
yeah.
X-rays and the screenings. So talk to me a little bit about some of the things that parents need to be concerned about. Let's start with children first.
Okay.
You know, sometimes kids don't want to brush those little teeth, you
No,
know, and
they
it can be kind of a push to get them to do it.
Yeah.
What do you think is something that parents should first and foremost look? Is it diet, or is it really getting them in there and brushing and flossing and everything?
Yeah. First and foremost, it is the diet. So we try to stay away from juice. No juices at all. That's just wreaks havoc on the teeth.
Especially in the sippy cup or the bottle, right?
Exactly, yes. That's kind of what we call baby bottle decay.
Why?
Like
Because it
that.
sits in there?
It sits in there, and it just wreaks havoc on the teeth. Right. So milk is wonderful, but we try to keep those to 3 separate meals. You know, once they get to age 2 or 3, keep it at breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Right.
and to sip on water throughout the day. You know, we don't care if you eat candy, but it's kind of you know, eat it in one sitting, not throughout the day.
Right.
So the duration is what's important. On top of that, obviously brushing, good oral care. I know a lot of children don't like it, but one thing that parents could do is, you know, in the morning, kind of let them brush or play with the toothbrush, whatever, just so they get to know it and they know it's not anything scary.
Right.
And then they help them at night.
Right.
Brushing at night is the most important thing that you can do.
Why is it? Because everything is kind of sitting in there closed up?
Yes, ma'am. So if you think about everything you ate throughout the day, and it just sits there, and then our salivary flow decreases at night. So without our saliva to help kind of wash everything away, it's just sitting there all day, all night on your teeth.
Wow. So now let's move into the teenage years and young adulthood.
Yes, the teenagers, especially boys, they're always the rough ones, and especially if we have braces, that's a big thing. Yeah. Braces are wonderful. We get the beautiful smile that we want, and that's good for our overall health. However, However, if we don't take good care of them, it can actually really hurt the teeth. So you want to make sure, once they're teenagers, they should be able to brush on their own morning and night. We do want you to floss. I know everyone hates flossing, but a couple of times a week is better than nothing.
Now, fluoride, when should it be introduced into the teeth so that there are no scarring marks or whatever that can be?
Yes, fluoridated toothpaste, we don't want kids to use it until they can spit on their own. We don't really want them swallowing at all. And that's when it starts to put marks on the teeth and things like that. But the fluoride that you get at the dental office that the hygienist always asks for, that's fine for kids because they don't really swallow it. It sticks to the teeth. So, but I would say for fluoridated toothpaste with kids, probably about 4 or 5 whenever they really understand to spit the toothpaste out.
How about with menopausal women? Do you notice any between childbearing years, even when women are pregnant, to menopause, that you notice any changes in the dental?
The biggest thing is kind of like oral cancer screenings. We can really find if there's like a calcium deficiency or sometimes vitamin A or B deficiency, we can kind of tell in the mouth. So that's a big thing to see. If we are worried about decreased salivary flow, so the more medications you take, the less salivary flow that you have. It's just part of the reaction the body has to the medication.
Is that hormonal or?
It's not really hormonal. It's just it's actually for all adults. The more medication you take, so high blood pressure medication is a big culprit. It really decreases that salivary flow. And so it's really important to, always come to your regular cleanings, and we may want to put you on a special type of toothpaste that has extra fluoride in it.
Oh, now, is this also when people are talking about dry mouth?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
So dry mouth is a huge effect of medications. So, we have to have medications, but there are side effects to them. So being sure to come for your checkups and letting us check and make sure, is your mouth dry, what's going on, and what can we do to help with that.
The over-the-counter things that some of these companies are putting out, are those good? Like the lozenges, the chewing gum, and the rinses?
Yes, absolutely. So we do try to get our patients to use over-the-counter stuff first before we do prescriptions, because if you're already taking a lot of medications, we don't want to have to add another thing. So normally, like for dry mouth, for say, Biotine's great. It does help with salivary flow, but there are some people that just really struggle with it, and there are things that we can prescribe to help with that.
Okay, and let's not forget the guys.
Yes.
Sometimes their testosterone levels do decrease as they age. Do you notice any differences in their oral health or well-being as they age as well?
It's kind of just like the same thing with women. If the dry mouth is really big the older that we get, and that really increases your risk of cavities, is not having enough salivary flow.
Now, when you're talking about fillings, once upon a time they used those silver amalgams or whatever. But now you can get them where they look like porcelain, they look like your teeth, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's a white filling. It's called composite, but we tend to just call it a white filling. But we don't really use silver fillings anymore. Silver fillings are great. They last a long time, and that's wonderful. The downside is they tend to crack teeth, and we don't like that. That's when we kind of see crowns having to come in and fractures causing pain, and so we tend to stay away from that. And the science has come so far with the white fillings that they work just as well.
Durable. Okay, well now let's go back to the free day. If you're doing extractions, that's going to require some really serious work there, isn't it?
It is, but we take our time, and we want our patients to be as comfortable as possible, and we make sure, you're nice and numb, and, you don't feel anything.
The nitrous oxide, yay!
We have the works.
And then you were saying, too, with fillings, would you be doing crowns, too?
We won't be doing crowns, but we will be able to offer fillings, if we're able to save the tooth. A lot of this is, can we save this tooth? And if we can, we'll do as much as we can to help you save that teeth, because there's nothing like your own teeth.
Wow. About how many people are you going to be really able to handle, and from what time to what time are we talking?
So it is like I said earlier, first come first served basis. Doors open at 9 and we'll close at 3, and we're working through lunch, so there's no lunch break or anything like that.
Oh my gosh.
And we are going to have refreshments out front, coffee and water and some fruit, and we may have some cupcakes.
Oh.
Yes, that's actually in honor of my friend Claire, who we're doing this for. So we're here to help, and and we'll stay as long as we need to.
And your friend Claire lost her life, right?
Yes, she did. And she did about a little over a year ago, and she was one of the most beautiful, wonderful people I'd ever met. She was so involved in community service. Her lifelong goal was to open a nonprofit organization and do free dental care for those in need. And it's something that my class has kind of come together, and a lot of us want to do a free dental day in honor of her.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Girl power there.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you guys so much. And if you would like more information on how to contact Associated Dental, you can give them a call at 859-276-4345 or log on to the website freedentistryday.com. Thanks so much for watching this LAX18 Digital Conversation. For more digital conversations, just log on to our website, lax18.com. Until next time, I'm Dia Davidson.